Well, Fox 13 sports reporter Bob Alvarez has found one local golfer whose routine is truly unique. For 20 years, John Moore has been working on his game, but he's never made a putt. You'll see why.
It is common for a guy to pop the trunk, grab his clubs, put on his glove, and work on his game. What is unusual for John Moore
is this, his own personal practice range that you wouldn't exactly call country clubbing.
Location, not real good. Distractions, the occasional pedestrian, noise, cars, trucks, mowers, turf, a bit sandy.
A month and a half ago, I thought I was in the Sahara Desert. Man, it was dusty, brown. Man, get out here, man. Hit the ball, dust all that.
These are not the azaleas at Augusta National, and this is not the backdrop at Pebble Beach. But it is where this native Tampan works on his game every day.
And I try to keep the same thing in my head. Do the same thing, you know. Pet that down. No.
After way too many years as a longshoreman, this 67-year-old retired 3 years ago. A friend gave him a golf club, and John began teaching himself. Occasionally, his neighbor puts in his 2 cents worth.
He's taught me some things. And I was swinging the club. No. Oh, I was digging a hole, man.
As you drive by, you'll notice practice habits that are routine. John hits the balls, he finds them when the grass isn't too high, then he attempts to get near his stick again.
How about that, huh? Come back here.
With all this noise, this is certainly a less than ideal place to be concentrating on your golf game, but it's all that John knows.
He has never played on a golf course. What's he waiting for?
It's something I had to improve for me to go. You can't do this once a week. You got it all the time. Stay sharp, you know.
Bob Alvarez, Fox 13 Sports.
And John actually is going to get his first taste of what a real course is all about. Someone saw his story, heard about it, and donated 10 rounds of golf at Rogers Park for him and a friend. So.
Oh, that's
But the also the focus that Fox 13 sports reporter Bob Alvarez finds in a skills camp in Pinellas County.
There we go.
15 minutes into their workout, the 2 p.m. sun is blazing.
I'm thinking, whoo-wee. Either these kids are nuts or dedicated.
It's tough. It's tough.
It's real hot, but at the same time, it makes you work harder.
Wait, go! 1. Let's go 3. Get down. Come on. Back to 1.
Andre Hudson is a personal trainer.
Get up.
The trainees are a group of mostly high school kids who participate in everything from football to track. An invitation to these workouts requires a B average in the classroom and the dedication to jump ahead.
Helped me a lot with my training for long jump and track and stuff, getting in shape endurance-wise and everything.
Just we work harder so the results will come out better.
Basically, I'm going to make him a better athlete. I'm going to make him a faster athlete. I'm going to make him a quicker athlete, more endurance. All right, so everything we do definitely is set up week for week to advance and get a little tougher.
There are cones, no ice cream though, but plenty of fruit and drinks made possible by a company that reinforces positive values.
Those things that we learn from sports, the values of teamwork and dedication and determination and commitment and camaraderie, all those things that we think are really, really important for kids to learn as they grow up.
These positive steps cost these athletes nothing, nada, zilch. It's free.
While the kids are here free, didn't somebody say that in life there was no such thing as a free lunch? Yes. There is a trade-off for these athletes.
You got to give something back, okay? Community service, 8 hours. Each individual out here, most of them have done it.
The community service is, we did car washes.
So we picked up trash at St. Pete Beach.
Getting involved with the community is another thing, and as a volunteer, it shows the community that, hey, I'm not just a student in school as an athlete.
In 3 weeks, this camp will end. They will be better athletes and better people. Bob Alvarez, Fox 13 Sports.
Hold up, stay right there.
And our Bob Alvarez has the story of a local 18-year-old looking for Olympic gold.
Rhythm, determination, humility.
My friends, they always just like, man, you box this, that. I just say it's what I do. And that's the way that I look at it.
Putting the gloves on 11 years ago did not happen because a 7-year-old kid had a mean streak on the streets.
Played football. It's not the same when it's me versus them, one-on-one, their ability versus my ability. It's a whole nother story.
Over the years, thousands of fighters have climbed into the ring with the physical skills. However, in the end, the champions, the guy that gets the hand raise, is often the fighter who's tougher right here.
I feel like my mental approach, it's a little slightish here and there. If it wasn't my goal, I wouldn't be here wasting my time. I mean, this is my dream. I want to be at the Olympics representing my country, the USA, and do the best that I possibly can do.
The Olympics are next summer in China. Thurman will punch his ticket for Beijing if he wins the Olympic trials in late August. His chances are pretty good. He's already beaten the 3 guys he'll fight. Keith Thurman is thirsty for this opportunity and much, much more.
Turning pro and hopefully one day to be a world champion and being on pay-per-view and be a tremendous, exciting fighter.
Bob Alvarez, Fox 13 Sports.
USF's Lalo Prado is one of those hometown stories. He's coaching at USF, but as our Bob Alvarez tells us, his passion for the sport heats up in July when the kids come to camp.
Oh, to be a kid again. No work, no mortgage, just
baseball. Baseball. Baseball.
Think about it. This is the life. Running the bases, being with your friends, just baseball and your dreams.
My first thing I want to accomplish is winning the Little League World Series and then going to Major.
The big leagues is a very big step. Positive reinforcement is a key, so is having the skills. They start with the game's basics.
I believe you got to be able to bunt. You got to be able to do the little things right. And if you do the little things right, the big things take care of themselves. And it's always been good for me, and I'll continue to teach that way.
Instruction is everywhere at the USF baseball camp.
Around me. Around me.
These 8 to 12-year-olds are learning about fielding, running the bases, and hitting, which they can't get enough of.
I like hitting.
Are you a good hitter?
Yeah, pretty good hitter.
Home run hitter?
No, not really.
Singles hitter?
Line drive hitter.
This guy wants me to hit it harder, so here we go. You ready? Here we go.
There we go.
Nice. Good throw. Woo! I might have beat that one out.
The moms didn't pack the peanuts or Cracker Jacks, but lunch, hey, it just gets in the way of baseball.
And I like the batting, and I like to run around the bases because I like to run a lot.
Throwing it first.
When Lelo is finished teaching these kids, his focus returns to his baseball team. Last season, his first with the Bulls, they won 34 games. Jump on while there's still room on the bandwagon.
It's going to be a lot of fun out there at USF because we're going to build something special. We're going to get a new stadium, and good things are going to happen out there, and hopefully one day win a national championship for USF.
Bob Alvarez, Fox 13 Sports.
Have you ever thought about how you would make the call? How would you handle your chance to make history? Our Bob Alvarez has an idea.
Soon, Barry Bonds will swing into the record book. We have a good idea what it will look like, but how will it sound?
Barry Bonds needs one more home run to win the home run record. Here comes Barry Bonds into the batter's box. Barry Bonds at the plate. Here comes the pitch.
Here's the pitch by Downing.
For decades, announcers, the professional kind, have made great moments memorable.
Gibson swings and a fly ball to deep right field. This is going to be a home run. Unbelievable.
So now, I'm wondering, the professional announcers, they sound so good when they do this, Do they stay up all night rehearsing these moments?
I think if you try to script something, it becomes a little contrived and artificial, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to mess it up anyway. So just let it happen the way it happens.
That said, if we had the mic in our hands, how would we say it happened when it happens?
And here comes the pitch. Here comes the swing.
He hits it. It's over the right field wall. Home run. He breaks the home run record. See ya. Number 756 for Barry Bonds.
Well, everybody else had their shot, so here we go. Bonds steps to the plate. He digs in. Here's the pitch. He swings. It's high. It's deep. Barry Bonds, home run. Bob Alvarez, Fox 13 Sports.
I don't know. I don't know. The Giants should hire Bobby as their play-by-play guy just for that one
just
game.
for that one call.
For that one little call, yeah.
All right.
Oh, well. Okay.
That's why, as Bob Alvarez tells us, the Bucs teamed up with USF to make sure high school coaches got a summer education.
Tampa 91, Brooksville 91.
Paul Delgado tells us how hot it will be. This conference told us how to avoid getting beat by the heat. Area coaches listen to a message that all of us need to hear.
But just activity in general outside in Florida, you know, it can have catastrophic results and rarely does, but it does happen. And, you know, that's kind of why we're here, to make people aware that it does and that you can take basic steps to prevent it.
The experts say that if you wait until you're thirsty to start drinking, that the game is over. You are already dehydrated.
Preventing dehydration is simple. Drink plenty of water. Whether you're going for a run or working in the garden, drink lots of water before, during, and after. If you don't, there will be consequences. Then the best thing you can do is know how to deal with them.
In heat stroke, it seems that the sooner you get them cooled, the sooner you get ice on them, the sooner they get IVs and cooled fluids and those kinds of things, probably the better their chance of survival.
Another school year means more kids playing sports. Parents, don't let your child get beat by the heat. Here's one thing you need to do.
For kids, it's just have a good physical, you know, before you participate in sports. Know what your medical condition is, and then that can play a big part how fit you are going into your season and things like that.
Bob Alvarez, Fox 13 Sports.